Hello YouTube, Tim here. I've got some EVA foam, and one of the things that Ruben Chavez wanted me to do was to show how I shaped it with a heat gun. I have another project that requires a little bit of EVA foam, and that's ethyl-vinyl acetate if I'm not mistaken, is to wrap not only the bow handle, but a little bit above and below it to create, I don't know, just a cool sort of looking hand grip. You'll see. But right now, how do we cut it? How do we shape it? How do we do anything like that? The first thing I like to do is start off with a Sharpie. Flip it over. By the way, all of these pieces here, what I did was I made a shape out of cardboard, and then I decided, okay, yeah, that's about the right size for this or that piece of armor. Then I put the paper down on here, drew it out, and then cut it out. Then I use the heat gun to shape it. So now if I put in some straps or something, this would be a vambrace. These would be the pauldrons. These would be the chest plates. And I created a whole series of armor that I haven't done anything with yet. I'm just waiting for the right reason. Maybe for Halloween I'll end up doing something. But forget about that for just a moment. What I need is I need several strips of EVA. So since this is already nice and straight, let's use the natural edge that we have right there and just cut, 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 cut. That's more than long enough. And for the initial piece that I'm looking for, this right there is more than thick enough. So it's just... and that'll go right into the base of that, which is perfect. So then we'll end up with a strip approximately that long. Here's the cool part. I've got over here a soldering iron tipped with an X-Acto knife. It just slices right through like butter. I probably am not penetrating all the way to the other surface. Yeah, see, I'm not cutting the surface, but that's okay. We can cut that off in a little bit. Or you can just fold it down and do that with scissors. The surface is a little bit tougher than the foamy portion. When they cast it out, this is the stuff that's on the bottom, and that's the surface, the skin that forms, or I would have assumed, backwards probably. Okay. There you go. So it's really not so bad. Once you do it, you can just go back through if you really want to cut them off completely. As you can tell, I've unplugged this, so it's still retaining more than enough heat to do the trick for enough time to shape something. And you can go back and plug it right back in. Yeah, I'd suggest taking your time. Don't force it. Don't try and go too quickly. It's really not that hard. But it's a heck of a lot of fun. I mean, it's just neat to see a plastic shape itself to your will with such ease. Be extremely careful because the blade gets really, really sharp. There you go. I'm going to clean that up a little bit now. I'm just going to take the blade and I'm going to clean that up. And what I'm just going to do is heat it and wrap it around the bow, around the grip, with the textured side inwards. That's pretty much it. I mean, the actual heating and shaping, I guess we can get down to. I can show you that. Just for example, I'm turning the heat down to about halfway. That should be about it. So now, just force it to go how you want it. When it cools, it should stay more or less how you put it. There will be some return, but that's why you just keep heating and shaping and flexing And that's it. Take a look at that, right? I mean, you can make bracelets, armor, all sorts of weird things. Or I think Caleb Sandlin did a really nice bow grip, which is another portion of what I'm doing here. So thanks for that idea, Caleb. I wouldn't have thought, for some reason or another, I wouldn't have thought of using it for a grip, but it's perfect. It's durable. The arrow shouldn't damage it. And that's about as easy as it is. So once you start doing stuff like that, you can make pretty interesting compound shapes like this, which was just first bending it over my arm, then heating the edges and back curling them like this to flare it out a little bit. Then you could go in with a Dremel with the right bit, and you could sort of carve out shapes and designs. You could do a lot of really cool stuff. Very flexible, very useful. Thanks for watching.